Have these situations where you are denying yourself feeling lighter or confident because you haven't hit 6 figures yet. You haven't had this perfect relationship yet. You don't have an ideal body. You haven't lost the last 10 baby pounds. I don't know what your arrival moment is that you've been waiting for. Let's stop waiting. Today we declare that. Let's stop waiting, okay? But the reason it's so hard to see that, here's my aha moment, is because you're always going to see what you seek, right? And if you're always seeking what's missing instead of seeking what's working, you're never going to feel as if you're enough. So here's what we're done with in this season of life. This is my declaration, and I'm going to project this over you. We are done playing small. We are done waiting for permission, thinking you have to earn something or be perfect enough to claim confidence. And it's time for you to be done with that too. Because to me, this is what it means to become her. Not some aesthetic morning routine, not some polished look, right? That's perfect for Instagram. I'm talking about the raw, real version of you, the part that no one sees, the part that makes you proud every day. That's the part we are holding space for. Because what would happen if you just actively started to show up as her, as your fullest version of her in your life, in your business, in your fitness routines, in your self-care routines, like right now, not tomorrow, right now, not when you have the look perfected, right now. Messy hair, don't care. You just show up. Because here's what I'm giving myself permission for. I told you about my intention in the last video of holding space for my desires because they are my own without justifying them. And in this season of life, I am giving myself permission to say a couple of things. And one of them is you are allowed to feel abundant right now, Nisha. You are allowed to feel confident right now, Nisha. Even when it feels messy or chaotic or sad, right? Because grief, caregiver burnout, or uncertain, but especially because of all of that. This one decided to come in here. But listen, I know this is not as simple as just saying something, but you have to occupy that wisdom when you have moments like this, right? Where your toddler wants something and you want something, like to finish your project, and you have to figure out how to hold space for both. But that's another story for another day. So I want to share with you 3 unconventional practices that I'm currently doing that have genuinely made a difference for me. And while I like getting up early and I like journaling and I like certain things, I recognize that's not for everyone. So I hope that in this, that you can find an opportunity for yourself to make this make sense for you too. Gratitude doesn't start when you wake up. It starts when life starts interrupting. I am not a person who wakes up first thing in the morning to do a gratitude exercise. For me, it's pointless because my day is perfect at 4 or 5 a.m. Nobody's there to prove me wrong about being grateful for my life. Everything is amazing. I love everything at 4 or 5 in the morning, you know? When do you actually need gratitude? It's these moments where you got a kid that's sitting here karate chopping, you know, your camera equipment while you're trying to record. When you get these random urgent emails that might trigger you, when you have these moments that are going completely sideways from what you anticipated. Here's what I do when I have these types of moments. I pause, I laugh, and I smile, and I remind myself that even in this moment, there's abundance. Even in the midst of this chaos, there's abundance. I get this cute little boy who wants to hang out with me. I get to sit here and record this video with my kid in the background, you know? Disrupting a myth that you have about being perfect on camera as a parent and a solopreneur. It has nothing to do with perfect moments. It has everything to do with just choosing gratitude. Even when it feels like God is testing your limits, right? The second one is to set intentions, not goals. Especially when your day doesn't always go as planned. Goals are very helpful. I love a good goal. But sometimes goals can set us up for failure when life decides not to play by its rules, right? Instead, I set an intention that creates space and allows for this unpredictable chaos of my life sometimes. My intention is to execute everything perfectly in these seasons. My intention, leave it alone, put it over there. My intention is to move with my day with presence, with grace, with mindfulness, despite what fires I have to put out. Sometimes that looks like crushing my fitness routine. Sometimes that looks like not freaking out when this one decides to come in and hang out with me for a little bit. When you focus on intentions, you allow space for life to happen without feeling like you failed. Create space to receive, even when it feels like there's no space to be found. Everyone tells you to create space in your life, but when you're already stretched thin with responsibilities, where do you find that space? How, Sway? How do we do it? And here's my real world solution. Micro moments. Not about having hours of solitude, which is laughable. It's about finding pockets of time, 5 minutes where you can just take a breath and breathe. Take a walk to the mailbox by yourself. Go grocery shopping by yourself. Sit in your car a few extra minutes longer by yourself. Are these ideal? Hell no. Absolutely not. But they're enough, just enough for me to reset my energy, recalibrate my focus and my intention. And it's a daily accountability measure that I give myself to remind myself that I deserve space to receive the abundance that I've been creating. Because think about it, you are creating abundance for someone else by making your client's life easier. You're creating more abundance and expansion in their lives, right? By making life easier for your toddlers, by setting up for success with their morning routines or helping them with their homework. You are creating more space in their lives, right? Now, these are not magic fixes. Believe me, I wish. But they have really helped me, this very logical brain of mine, to shift from intellectually understanding abundance to actually feeling it in my spirit. Whether your life is completely organized and perfect, which is unlikely, or what you may call, I don't use this term, but what you may call a hot mess, and you loved this video, we are just getting started around here. So make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you can see when I post the next video. Because abundance is here, my friend, and it's not something you have to wait for. It lives and exists in all the beautiful mess that is now your life today. Thank you so much for watching.